Hi everyone, welcome to the Grace Life DIY Home Decor. Now in today's video, we have a collaboration and it's called Third Thursday Thrift Flip, and that's being hosted by the Rustic Willow. I'm going to be linking the host and anyone else that's in this collab co-hosting down below in the description box along with the channel link. I'm also going to be linking the playlist, so make sure and full watch the video, subscribe to the channel, then head on over to that playlist, guys, so that you can see what everybody else did on Third Thursday Thrift Flips. Now we're going to be making a couple of items, and they're all thrifted items, or one or two of them are old items that I had in my stash that I went ahead, because what I wanted to do was create several pieces using the same technique. Now what I did is I grabbed this bowl from the kitchen. We're going to be using the tube confetti. Now you can choose whatever color you want. I chose to stay with the gold tones, the metal tones. And so I poured all three colors of the tube confetti in there, also sequins. And then I also put in that same bowl some glitter. You can pretty much put anything you want. So I had a nice amount in there. And so that's why I said we're going to do multiple DIYs using the same technique and the same sequence mixture. Now we're starting out here with this vase, which is a thrifted item, and I believe I got this from the Salvation Army. So halfway through, remember you're going to need a lot of Mod Podge for this. So halfway, we're going to do half the vase. I didn't want to do the full vase because I also want to see what I can do about an embellishment in the center. So I don't want to get too far ahead, but we put a nice layer of Mod Podge, and then we mixed up what I put in that bowl, that mixture, and then we're going to pat that on to the Mod Podge. Now this I have to do all the way around, so I'm going to leave you to some music until we complete this all the way around that vase. Now, doesn't this look absolutely gorgeous? I am loving it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And now we're going to move on to the next piece, which is one of those wooden turkeys. And I'm pretty sure I've had that for a couple of years in one of my bins. So we're just going to use it because we have tons of this mixture and we just want to kind of keep everything the same. And this way I can decorate with it. Now the same process is going to apply to every piece that we're doing. So we apply the Mod Podge, a nice layer, not too thick, but a nice layer. And then we press down that mixture. And remember, you have to allow drying time. So, and then we apply the Mod Podge. So I'll show you that later. Now remember, I had to go and grab my champagne glitter because you can never have too much bling. Okay, now we have to move that over to the side to dry. Now we're going to move on to DIY number 3. So I grabbed these books from the thrift store, and we're going to make some decor books with them. So now let's take these covers off and get moving. Now, with these books, we're not going to do the whole book, the front and the back. We're just going to do the top part of the book. So we're going to apply the Mod Podge, apply the sequins mixture, glitter mixture, whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to allow that to dry before we continue working with it. Now these DIY guys were all budget friendly. Not only were they thrifted items besides the dollar pieces that I found in my stash, but they look like you would spend so much money on them. By the time I got done mixing the tube confetti, the sequins, the glitter, and anything that they had there, I don't remember what they did have. Oh, you can also add some of that beaded glass they have. I'm not sure what they call it, but that also comes in colors. And mix all of that in there, and by the time you're done, this looks like I spent so much money on it. Okay, so this is looking pretty gorgeous. So we got to put this over to the side. Let's go on to DIY number 4. Now these were also thrifted items. So I saw them and I grabbed them right away because there were 4, and my intention was to make some tall vases, guys. And that's what we're doing here. So we're going to glue these together. I'm taking the stickers off. We're going to glue these together. And of course this has to sit overnight. You have to allow 24 to 48 hours when you're working with an adhesive, and that's what we have to do. So we're going to glue these and then move them over to the side. Now, I believe I might have said this in a previous video. I used to buy the adhesive from the Dollar Tree, but then they came out with the cement glue, which is also a clear adhesive, and it glues and it holds so much better than the regular adhesive. That's only my opinion, but again, whenever you're working with an adhesive, you have to allow 24 to 48 hours of drying time. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area, and don't fool with it because you don't want any accidents. You want that to dry on its own. And if you don't have to add hot glue, just use the adhesive and then just leave it alone, guys. Now, before we set these aside, I just want to let you know that after they did dry the next day, I did spray paint these with the metallic silver paint. So now let's go back to the original vase so that I can show you how gorgeous this looks. Now look at this. I am so happy that I even tried to do this. I didn't think it was going to work because of how light that confetti, that tube confetti is, but it is gorgeous. So now we're just going to work on embellishing this. I did go around the top of this, the middle part of this vase with some silver rose mesh. Now what we're going to do is embellish using that permanent adhesive and some pearls because we want to make some sort of embellishment, and I thought we could do that with the pearls. So let's see how this comes out, guys. The reason why I'm using a little bit of hot glue on top of that permanent adhesive is because I don't want the pearls to move anywhere. And I'm trying to settle them inside of that rose mesh, but I want to be able to stand the vase up for drying time, so I did need to use both glues. Now, I think this piece came out absolutely glam. I think it's gorgeous. So we do have to finish these off with some florals. Look at that. I think it's beautiful, guys. What do you guys think? Okay, so now florals are all set. And remember, you can interchange this any way that you want, but I think we're ready to move on to the next project. This one is all done. All right, so these are the decorative books. So what we're gonna do, I didn't glue the pages together, and I don't believe you need to if you don't have any little ones that are gonna open this up or anything. We're gonna use some black ribbon, embellish a little bit, and then these decorative books are gonna be done. Now what I did decide to do different is I tied the ribbon one way with one book and then the opposite way with the other book, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so it looks like the first book is already done, and I think it came out so beautiful, guys. Look at it. Now let's move on to the next book. As you can see, I tied the ribbon the opposite way, and then I decided to put a cluster of gems in the center of that ribbon, and that's it. We're just gonna arrange them like this just for a quick look. I can't wait to get to the reveal, guys. All right, so here we are with the turkey. So the turkey needs a stand because we want to stand him up. So I went ahead and I colored this in a metallic gold color that I found at Michael's, and I'm absolutely loving that color gold. So we're just going to put some of those cubes, wooden cubes that I bought at the Dollar Tree, and this, by the way, is one of the wooden planks. We're going to glue that to the plank, the little cubes, and then we're going to go ahead and glue the turkey to the cubes. You'll see what I mean, guys. Now, did I even say that right? Well, even if I didn't say it right, you'll get to look to see what I did. Mr. Turkey is looking pretty glam. So let's move on over to the vases, guys. So like I said, I spray painted these in that metallic silver. And I thought for that middle part there, just to kind of, distract a little bit, I went and I grabbed my jar of loose I should say the loose clear gems that the Dollar Tree sells. And we're going to put some around the center of those two flutes vases that I made. And yeah, and then we'll go ahead and place some florals, and I think we're almost ready for the reveal. Guys, these came out absolutely gorgeous. Now let's head on over to the reveal.